We've seen several vehicles, unmarked vehicles, go onto the scene within the last hour. We believe those are detective vehicles because they looked like they had, the flashing lights that you would see on a police car, but it was an unmarked car. So we see a couple more vehicles on scene at this point. I am at the Donald L. Tucker Civic Center. This is normally an area where people can come for ticketed events to have a fun night out on the town. But right now it's for families and students to come get assistance after this tragic event. And we've seen this flag is whipping in the wind. It's been pretty intense for the last couple of minutes here. Every once in a while we'll see really big gusts of wind, and then every once in a while there will be lots of rain that comes through here. We could even show you just what it looks like in front of the Waycross Mall here. In addition to being a journalist, I'm also an aerialist, so I do have a little bit of background in things like this, but I did just learn this skill here today. So I'll hop in the hoop here and okay, get to the top here, and there I go. So there's so much that is going on here. Of course, the fair is open up until 11 o'clock tonight. So you can obviously just come on down. There's tons of people here. And I'm going to go down the slide now, I guess. I've delayed it enough. So, all right, bombs away. Woo! Reporting live from the fair, Ariel Schiller, Channel 4, the local station. The road that leads to the airport literally just reopened. If you could just imagine for what it was like, there were cop cars blocking off here. There were cars lining this road. It's been a tough few days for students and staff here at Florida State University, and that vigil is starting any minute. We've seen tons of students file in to Langford Green, which is right next to the Unconquered statue, which, for those unfamiliar, is right outside Doak Campbell Stadium, which is where the university hosts their football games. Kent, that's right. We've been here for 7 hours, if you can believe it. And public comment lasted about 2 of those hours before taking a break and then coming back at 5:30 to resume meeting business. This is a 5-page lawsuit filed against St. Johns County by former employee Ava Pijmuka. Pijmuka is claiming retaliation under the Florida Whistleblower Act. We're learning new information about the investigation into the principal here at Trout Creek Academy. Principal Katie O'Connell was placed on administrative leave for an allegation of inappropriate conduct last week. Based on those new documents that we received, it appears the issue is tied to the yearbook. News4Jax obtained the 21-page document Thursday with further details about the investigation. A parent wrote to the superintendent on May 20th about their concern. They said a quote appearing to be from O'Connell in the yearbook said, "Everybody hating, we just call them fans though," apparently referencing the song Trap Queen by rapper Fetty Wap. The parent shared, while some may view it as humorous, many parents feel this was inappropriate and unprofessional coming from a school leader responsible for setting the tone and example for young students. They went on to say, referring to criticism or concerned parents as haters in a school publication sends the wrong message to children and families. We found the phone number for Principal Katie O'Connell. I'm going to try and give her a call right now to see if we can get a statement from her. Hi, Katie. This is Ariel with News4Jax. I'm just reaching out because of the investigation you're facing with the school district. We're hoping to get a statement from you or maybe hear from you with your side of things. If you're willing to do that, please let me know. Another email from the yearbook teacher, also on May 20th, shared that O'Connell was not aware the quote was going to be used in the school yearbook and that apparently a quote was not on the final proof of the book. She also said, "I can only assume the students noticed there was no quote and added what they thought was best," and that O'Connell wasn't aware that quote was used until the yearbooks arrived. O'Connell was placed on administrative leave with pay on May 20th, pending an investigation from the Human Resources Department. Then, 2 days later, her administrative leave with pay was updated to include that it would run through the end of her contract on June 30th. It goes on to say, "Please understand that this action is being taken as we move towards a non-reappointment for the 2026-2027 school year." The district had no further statement outside of the documents we received. In St. Johns County, Ariel Schiller, Channel 4, the local station.
I miss him every day. His absence is felt every day.
While Matthew Jackson's absence might be felt by his mother and everyone who knew him, it was important for Natasha to walk in his place at his graduation from Riverside High School. She walked alongside his twin, Madison.
Posthumous Matthew Jackson.
What was going through your mind when you heard such a response to your son?
It was gratefulness and also just the impact of it, to see how many hearts that he's touched, how many people that he influenced. And when I got up and walked across the stage, just the standing ovation and to hear the hollers, the love, the claps, the yells, the screams, and saying his name, it was everything.
The graduation ceremony came 2 days shy of 6 months since losing her son. How are you doing now that you've hit that milestone of 6 months?
I'm pushing through, taking it day by day. I have my good days, I have my bad days, but I'm just pushing through.
And I mean, I know a lot of people see your story and are so inspired by how you keep showing up and keep trying to keep his memory alive. I mean, what do you say to people who are watching this story and see how you continue to keep living in his honor?
It's the love that I have for my son. People have it in them, they just have to find it. And mine is right there, and I just have to show up. It's just in me.
A lot of people have been taking advantage of the newly opened Riverfront Plaza, but part of it is still under construction. The city of Jacksonville was hoping to get feedback from residents about the future of Phase 2. And do you live downtown?
I do, yes. I live over in the La Villa neighborhood and the new development over there. Yeah.
So what made you want to come to this meeting today?
I'm always interested in what's going on downtown, being that I live in a neighborhood. I'm excited for a lot of the growth that is happening.
Stephen Wiley lives downtown and has already visited Riverfront Plaza multiple times. He's excited for the next phase of the park.
I like that it's going to provide kind of really entertainment for all ages, families, kids, adults. Excited for what's to come in terms of having like a beer garden and, having like an adult beverage on the water, restaurants and things like that. I think it's really going to activate this area and kind of really bring back that feeling of when the landing was here without the landing being here.
We got to see renderings of what Phase 2 might end up looking like. Michael Lipscomb is the senior landscape architect for Perkins & Will, who is leading the design for the Riverfront Plaza. He explained the plans for the space.
Phase 2 will consist of a multi-use path that'll connect up to the Main Street Bridge. It'll have a retail space that a vendor will be selected for to serve the beer garden area. There's going to be a swing deck with awesome views out towards the river.
Even though Phase 2 is still a ways away, Wiley feels like the perspective on downtown is changing.
Really, just you have to see for yourself. Come see it. Come take a look and get your own perspective of it. And I mean, you'll see that it's going to be great.
The area of Riverfront Plaza known as Phase 1 is currently being used for the Ironman that's happening this weekend. The area of Phase 2 is currently under construction and has a targeted completion date at the end of 2027.